Everybody to the Muskie Sports Network and the AD Update. I'm Tom Caudell, and joining me today is Muskingum Vice President and Athletic Director Steve Brockelbank. Steve, welcome to the AD Update.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. It's this is different doing it via phone. Usually we're sitting in a room together doing it, but no, this will work out fine. So
yeah, a little different right now. But since the school year ended, there's been a lot of exciting news coming out from the athletic department, and I thought it'd be great to get you and talk to you about these and how it's going to impact not just Muskingum, but the region as a whole here. First of all, the announcement of 2 new varsity sports coming to Muskingum. Both of them first in the OAC and one of only a very select number of schools in the region that would offer them, Archery and STUNT. Can you talk to us about the process of what went through to add Archery and STUNT for Muskingum?
Yeah, they're going to begin as club sports this year. They'll transition to full varsity sports in the 21-22 academic year. And we did that intentionally to give us some time to get, coaches hired, to give them an opportunity to begin to put together a program, and then also give them some time to recruit for that program. So we're thrilled with the addition of both. I think it's a combination of things. One, we have a president that is crazy supportive of athletics, and we recognize that there were some gaps, some areas that we could fill as an athletic department to attract more students to Muskingum and provide more opportunities. And we wanted to make sure that when we did that we offered opportunities that would not only attract students from all over the country, but in particular, we wanted to make sure we could fill a niche in our region. And, one of the things that we talk about often at Muskingum is being an important cog in the wheel to our region, right? Economically, educationally, and then in this case, athletically. And so we thought the addition of STUNT and archery addressed some needs in our region, needs for opportunities for student athletes in our region, in the state of Ohio, in Southeast Ohio. And then we'll branch out, obviously, in the other states with these opportunities as well. So we presented a plan to President Hassler, the help of admissions and financial aid, and put together a plan and brought it to President Hassler, and she approved it. So, yeah, we're thrilled with the opportunity to add both of these sports to our lineup.
Yeah, I've seen firsthand the power of archery here in the region. My youngest son, Ty, on the East Muskingum School District archery team, and seeing the passion and just the sheer number of students who participate in that sport. And then when we go out to the other tournaments, seeing that, I mean, a big sport here in Southeastern Ohio. And also seeing the way it was received on our social media channels. Lots of outpour of support. Some people wishing they saw some eligibility to come back to college so they could do some of these sports. And that's got to be great to see how well it was received, not just on our campus, but through our alumni as well.
Yeah, I think no question. I think archery in particular, we have a high interest in archery in this particular area in Southeast Ohio. When I reached out to USA Archery, which is what we will be a member of, and we will shoot in the USA Archery competitions. When I reached out to them and began conversations with them, one of the things that I remember, one of the questions that was asked to me by the person I'm speaking with at USA Archery, they said, "Now, where exactly are you located again? Help me out." And I said, "Well, we're in Southeast Ohio." And I said, we're about an hour from Columbus, and hour and 45 minutes from Pittsburgh. And I said, we kind of sit in a nice location right off I-70. And the first words out of that person's mouth in their response was, "Wow, you're in a hotbed for archery." So and USA Archery is located in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So even this person I was on the phone with in Colorado Springs, Colorado, right away recognized a new Southeast Ohio. And New Ohio in general was certainly a place where archery has a lot of interest. It's growing in popularity at an incredible rate. So I think it is a unique opportunity that we're going to be able to offer here. And I do think we'll attract a lot of students. There's not a lot of varsity archery programs in the United States in general. There's a number of club programs, but not necessarily a number of varsity programs. And so, we're going to hire a full-time head coach and treat this like we would any of our varsity sports. So, yeah, no, really excited about archery and the potential it has to grow and continue to grow.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to welcome these new student athletes on campus here in the fall. That leads us up to one of the goals when you came on as AD was addressing the GPA of the athletic department and having a department goal of a 3.0. It's been something. It's been a work going on. Our teams they've bought in. They've done everything they can to encourage and charge their student athletes to attain this goal. And this last week it came out the department overall cumulative GPA at 3.01. Quite an achievement for the Muskies here, and something you've got to be very proud of.
Yeah, it's something that we've talked a lot about, as you know, because you've sat through all those meetings with the student athletes. We've talked about how important it is to compete in the classroom, and we talk about achieving competitive excellence, and we talk about it in everything that they do, and that includes the classroom, and that's why they're here, is to graduate, get a degree, but we want to do it the right way. We want to be successful in the classroom, and one of those marks for us, or benchmarks for us, has been the GPA. And we've talked a lot about, we want to achieve a 3.0 or above GPA as a department. And we've done that. So it's really exciting. In fact, our CUM is over a 3 and our this last term was a 3.3. So it's been, it's quite an accomplishment. I'm really proud of the effort and the work our student athletes have put in. And I'm proud of the fact of our coaches and how they've emphasized it. And we have a lot of services here at Muskingum that allow our student athletes to be successful. I mean, obviously it comes down to their hard work and effort, no question. But we also have great support services here. Student Success Services is so engaged with us athletically, our academic advisors. So there's no reason why a student should come here and not do well academically if they're willing to put forth the work and the effort. So no, I'm thrilled that we did that. Can I backtrack for a second, Tom, while we're on here? Because I just want to talk about stunt real quick, because I know we've talked a lot about archery, but I do want to let everyone know what stunt is, because we may have some people that are watching this that don't know what stunt is, because it is, some states that the high schools compete in stunt. Others do not have it. In Ohio, we don't have stunt per se. We have competitive cheer. So stunt, just for those who are watching this, stunt is a combination of competitive cheer, gymnastics. It combines all those different tumbling. It combines all those different elements into essentially 4 quarters of competition. So I just want to make sure people understand what that is. And typically you're recruiting young women who are former sideline cheerleaders, former competitive cheerleaders, former gymnasts. So those are the young women that make up that sport. So sorry, Tom, I just wanted to make sure that I explain what that was.
That's great. And the one thing, and doing some research on stunt, it really emphasized bringing a new level of energy and excitement to the college campus. And anything that you can see, if you go on and check out stunt yourself, you can see how high energy and exciting it is to watch the teams perform and compete against other teams.
Yeah, no question. So yeah, but the GPA, I'm thrilled. That's like, talking about that again, that is something that we've talked about, and like I said, ultimately that's why we're here, right? Is to make sure these young people receive an education and have an opportunity to position themselves for success later in life. And the 3.0 was a nice benchmark to hit.
Well, it was. And, again, a big shout out to all of our coaches, our student athletes, all the people on our campus who go in working with our student athletes every day. And you've mentioned that, how engaged our campus is with our student athletes, with the student body in general, to help them attain their academic goals. And this was a giant goal that we just achieved here, last week, and something that to really tip the hat to and carry it forward in the fall.
Yeah, and I think the other piece, and you said it too, and I know I alluded to it a minute ago, is the involvement that our coaches have with our student athletes, right? So our coaches are very engaged with our student athletes in regards to their academics, and engagement doesn't mean just opening a door for a study table. It means actively engaging yourself with what they're doing academically. It means sitting down, having meaningful conversations with them about where they're at academically, what they want to achieve academically. It means going out and class checking. It includes study tables as well too, but our level of engagement has to be more than just opening the door for a study table. And our coaches, they do that. And so that 3.0 is a testament again to our student athletes, but it's also a testament to our coaches and the emphasis and the effort they put in with their student athletes to help them achieve that GPA.
Yeah, a great accomplishment for the athletic department and for the campus in general. Steve, that leads us to the final question I want to talk to you a little bit about here today, and that's this week announcing the construction beginning on the new health and wellness complex. It's really going to be the center, the focus, center campus, $30 million complex. Is going to impact athletics, academics, the community. Such a beautiful project here for Muskingum to be moving forward on. Can you just talk about the HWC and what it means, not just for Muskingum, but for the region in general?
We could spend an hour talking about the impact that facility is going to have, because it's going to impact athletics, obviously, because there's an indoor track, there's an indoor turf facility for us to practice in. It's a new football stadium which hosts a number of events, right? So the impact athletically is going to be phenomenal. The other piece that's in there for us that I think a lot of people, when they talk about it, they see the renderings and they see the track and the field and the football field and the indoor and all that. But the other piece that's in there is really interesting to me, and one that President Hassler has been a huge proponent of and has really pushed this forward, has been the diagnostic hub. And there's going to be some unique tools and modalities in there to help our student athletes achieve peak performance. And I think that's the piece that, to me, really separates us from some others. I mean, there's a number of schools that have indoor tracks, and ours will be certainly nice and brand new, and it'll shine, it'll look fantastic. But that diagnostic hub is going to allow us to do some things. And the other piece with the diagnostic hub is it engages other students from campus, whether it be, our science students, our nursing students, our engineering students. So that building is going to impact every student, not only from just a recreation athletic piece, but also academically. And I think that's fantastic. And I think, regionally, obviously it's having an impact just economically. I mean, you look at the number of people that are out there working right now with everything that's going on, and the number of local contractors that we have working with us. So, and we're going to do some things in there that are going to get people in the community into that building for certain services. So I think its impact is broad. Right. It's much more than a football track indoor practice facility. And I think when people really dive into the details of this facility, they recognize that.
Well, it will be housed right in the center of our campus. It'll be a game changer for Muskingum. And if you're watching this and you haven't seen it yet, fightingmuskies.com, watch the video. It's got all the renderings on there, and really just a magnificent piece that's going to highlight Muskingum and everything that we can do here in the region. Outside of our campus as well. And like you said, Steve, it's going to have such a huge impact in the community too, with the diagnostic hub, which is a very special feature of this building. Steve, I want to thank you for taking time today to talk a little AD update with us. Always exciting to get together and talk in this little different format. Hopefully next time, maybe we get back to the normal format. But for right now, thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate it. And go Muskies.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. Yep, go Muskies.